Hello and welcome to Spirit Island Saturday afternoon, or Saturday
It's not
evening
Sunday.
and not Sunday if you're in Europe like Seamus. We have,
John,
yes.
is this a subtle plan by you? I can't make my Sunday joke. I can't do anything else anymore because multiplayer. Are you doing all this just to spite me?
Yes, this is now the Spite Seamus Saturday Island stream.
Fight Seamus Saturdays.
As you can hear, we don't. As you can hear, we don't have cameras on today, but you can hear Seamus is with us, and Logic Dolphin, as well as myself, John Migrant P. We are all here to play Spirit Island for you and with you, but we're not doing Twitch plays. That's not a thing. Let's start off with mentioning that Handelabra Games believes in civil rights for everyone, including Black Lives Matter, trans rights, and other great causes. Anyone actively working against these goals is not welcome and will not be tolerated. So be excellent to one another. Say hello in the chat. I know our time is different, so we might not have people. People might be showing up 5 hours from now being like, what's going on? But we tried to send the memo out, and hopefully that will happen. And I think the idea is we're going to try it at this time for a few weeks and see how it goes. And that's the plan. Seamus, welcome to the chat. And Dolphin, great. Okay, cool.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm eating at the moment. But
Yeah, we're all in the
this will be
chat together. So, we'll see people filter in, I'm sure, as they see their notifications and be like, why is Handelabra streaming at 2 o'clock? Or is it 7 o'clock for you, Seamus? Or 8 o'clock?
Yep, it's just gone 7.
Cool. So we're going to play on multiplayer, which has had some fixes and maybe will work. I am in a game that you should be able to see.
I see it.
And there was a
Yay.
suggestion. Oh, you got Ocean. Suggestion of Guard the Isle's Heart. And do we have an adversary in mind? England. 6. Guard the Isle's Heart. Panic attack.
I mean, England 4 would be plenty hard.
England 4 with high immigration. Yep.
All the immigrations.
That
Good
seems
luck preventing builds.
that seems ludicrous. I love it. And play with events. Sure, that makes it harder too. Because events can just add towns if you're not careful. And do I want green? I feel like I play green all the time. I want my fire puppy. The Isle's Heart will be blighted. The revolution will not be televised.
Note that you don't actually deal damage with the first presence.
Oh yeah, is that a
part of setup?
after setup? Right. Well, don't worry. I can add blight later. That's fine. Cool. Then I'm thinking of actually changing the voting style to majority and seeing how that goes. Just to, have another chance for things to go wrong. Let's do it.
So you mentioned that even if it's majority, the decision to finish playing cards and using powers is still unanimous, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't be deciding to play your cards and the other spirits are like, I guess we're gonna keep going because you can't decide.
Yeah, that would result in a lot of issues when everyone just Seamus, for instance, he plays his cards and then hits finish playing immediately. So imagine 3 people that do that just goes all right, so I've done my plays, I will finish, and
Yeah, I mean, majority is meant more for if someone isn't paying attention, or if you want to speed things along faster. So we'll see how it works out. I don't even like we brought that over from Sentinels. I'm not even sure if that makes a lot of sense on Spirit Island. There's some other ways we could potentially look at it, but it's what we've got so far because it was easy to just bring straight over. I get to add presents. I suppose I'll add one that uncovers a fire icon. Bug report. Didn't do damage.
Hello, King Banhammer.
Hello. Yes,
Ooh.
we have multiplayer in private beta testing now, so more people getting a chance to take a look at it and test it out. And yeah, continuing to add more features and fixes, and hopefully getting to a public beta at some point. Hey, good. A power that makes me need to not have blight.
I got excited when I saw Jungle Hungers, and then I saw it go to Ocean. I was like,
The ocean.
If you really want it, you've got Entwined Power.
I do
Yeah.
have
Give it to
Entwine
you.
Power. I need 4 plants to give to the gift, and I currently have the 1.
You have
Oh,
two.
no, I have 2. Never mind. Crap, so there's 1. Yeah.
Also, ocean is always hungry, so Jungle Hungers is perfect.
Yeah, there's also 2 coastal jungles.
All right,
And
so
it also
they're
doesn't drown, but yeah.
they're not building in the inner lands, but I can probably just murder them all anyways.
I do have right to the land's rejection to prevent building in lands with Dahan, so that's a means of preventing inner lands sometimes.
Cool. Yeah, we can probably actually create a buffer zone around most of the inner lands. Well, at least around D6. It's the ones on the bottom half that are... They're not even touching buildings, right? Like enough buildings right now. Even if they were going to build, they wouldn't. Because of
So
all
the
the
only
towns getting removed.
guaranteed build is C5 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got C5 dealt with.
And B1 technically, but it also has a city in it.
You gonna convert him to a town once he builds?
Yep.
Oh, that's delicious.
Or
Wait,
to
hold
a
on second, I'm
to a
Ocean.
don.
I'm making more down. What the hell's going on here? I mean, murder all the time. Num nums.
Well, and you have Jungle Hunger, Steve, to murder them as well. All right, sorry. I guess I should do something. Tigers hunting is exciting. I could use it straight away.
Well, yeah, you have some
Yeah, I'm in the jungle.
beast movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop in
See.
to this jungle.
I have Mantle of Dread, so I can push and explore in a town from a land. So there.
I'm just gonna murder this city. Could I add one beast,
I guess I
gather
could
up
push
to
out
one?
of D3 if I go in there myself.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna murder the city in C2, unless you want me not to, Seamus.
Well, I was going to eat it next turn,
You could always eat C1.
D2.
but there's there's multiple choice cities to nom. So yeah, go ahead.
There's 6 cities on the board right now because it's England.
I mean, technically, there's wetlands I should be worried about, but I'm just gonna kill that city for fun.
Not with that attitude. So I have to play this one. I want to play another fire card. There, a land with Dahan where a build prevention would make sense. You're dealing with C5, so the other choices would be D1 and B1, but I don't think either of those are that significant, I guess. Preventing the D1 build can help prevent D7 from building in the future, but
How are you in
that's
D?
D1?
How are you in
land.
D3? What?
I have range 3 presence.
I'm going to be Call of the Deeps the 2 Explorers on D1 and D3. If that makes a difference to
Oh
you.
yeah, that stops D3 build.
Well, I was gonna push the town into D0 for you, but okay. So if you're gathering that explorer and stopping that build, is there a better place for Mantle of Dread? No one else is in a wetland, so I don't play Mantle of Dread then. I mean, I'm playing probably. Oh, that doesn't do anything. That was the thing. Playing this, I guess. That's my contribution to the cause. I guess I don't need to get 2 fires. In which case, I don't need 3 card plays. Can we rewind so I can take energy growth instead?
Nope. You could stop them building in B1.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
Or Crops Withers all usually. Not, I guess not always. It's often a good play, but I guess you're not in any place.
I'm not in any place, and if I play it, I don't have energy to target a land with Dahan.
No, you would, right? Or do you have one more card play? Oh, right, because of the Guard the Owl's Heart, everyone's +1 away. I'm like, how do you have 3 card plays? That's impossible.
Yeah, I went up the card plays track both times.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, so that doesn't seem worth.
I mean, it gets you your bigger innate, which is 2 fear. And then you just
Yes.
get fear from Crops Wither also, so
But I could also get that next turn.
it's true. Or you could play Mantle of Dread, and I'm sure we could at least push an Explorer.
Oh yeah, I guess I could just just push any explorer. Not necessarily a town, but yep. Unless Seamus wants to get a town's worth of energy. That might be fine.
Monolath, yes, you can rejoin if they drop out. So if the internet cuts or anything,
Yeah.
if they deliberately leave the game, they can't come back in, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. Did you still want to play Call of the Deeps, Seamus?
Yes.
Okay. Time for tigers. Oh, I can't go there. Things are happening. Now it's my turn. Bye. That's pretty close to a fear card on the first turn. And
Because
Beastie.
shadows. How much fear did I
Beasties can
contribute?
go.
I did 3 fear.
Where do I
Also,
want the
Ocean's
beasties to
fear
go?
machine.
Maybe C1. Maybe they'll kill the city next turn or something. They didn't build in 2 lands. In 3 lands.
Hey, they're going into mountains.
But they don't explore B7.
They don't explore the inner mountains, though.
And they won't build there unless there's some sort of tragedy.
All right, so Mantle of Dread pushes an explorer in a town. So it's a good thing that we're also not in the mountains except for me, but I also took care of my explorer. Excellent.
I'm the only one with an invader in their land, I think.
I mean, getting that explorer out from the inner land is
Yeah.
still good because
I mean, I'll send him to the sands to get burned alive. So
yeah. In my experience with Guard the Ale's Heart, there are several ways you can instantly lose the game, such as an event that says convert an explorer
Yeah.
in an inland into a town. Oh, is the only inland explorer in the inner land? Game over.
whoops.
Whoopsie daisies.
And you still got favors called due.
Yeah, so anyone want Dahan in a certain place? If invaders are present and Dahan outnumber them, we get 3 fear. But I was hoping to get Dahan in B1, but now there's no adjacent Dahan there, so that's actually not good.
And
I could get the Dahan out and push them into B2.
well, where are you planning to defend
but I don't
somewhere,
have range.
Seamus?
Right?
Are you planning to defend somewhere
Either B1 or D1.
so we could get more Dahan into D1? And that could be defended.
Sealing Shadows that I'm playing next turn, but I'm not gonna have the energy to target any land with that, and so it's just gonna be a fear card, single fear, which might be a fear card because we are 1 fear away.
Yeah.
I can't gather into D1.
Oh, it's gather. Right. What about C8? If we can... I guess there's only one Dahan next door. I would just play it for the fear then. Or if you want to save a Dahan. But
The other consideration is to prevent events that turn single Dahan next to cities into towns.
sure.
So like I mean the B1 Dahan is probably just gonna die. D2 Dahan. I can gather the D5 Dahan and keep the 2 in D1. I'm gonna do that. And they still outnumber, so that's good.
Yay. A fear card.
Pretty good first turn. I need a free card that has moon and fire on it. Oh, high growth through sacrifice. I'm gonna take the cheat card.
No cheating.
Mountains build.
I can get to 3-card plays, and I have 3 cards to play. That's exciting.
Annoyingly, we do not have 2 adjacent mountains that I could use my Darkness Swallows to destroy both explorers with. D5 and D8 are building unless one of the buildings in D1 goes away, but D5 is also still building.
One of the buildings in D1 will be gone.
Yeah, but I mean that the other building plus the D2 city forces D5 still. Is my point.
Yes.
I guess I can stop the C7 build, which prevents visibility of an inland, but there's also C3. D6 is going to be seen by D5. But putting a sacred site in D3 seems to make sense. I know I'm invading on Wildfire's territory, but...
Rude. Well, I can kill the city in B1 right now. It's
Go
either
for it,
that
I'll
or...
defend each.
Yeah. It's either that or C8, and may as well kill the city instead, so...
Yep. Um,
Just make sure. Yeah, gain a power card. I need to take that option then. Ooh, Haunts and Embers. More Cascades. More Cascades. More Blight. For everyone.
Can we blight the ocean now?
Yeah.
stay the damn hell away from my ocean.
Oh, I forgot I need to put Blight there. Well, I can do that with Lands of Haunts and Embers, can't I?
Yeah, and that's a power card blight, so it doesn't destroy your presence.
That's right.
Yeah, blight due to spirit.
It's like I wanted to play
effects
3
does not
cards,
destroy
but
your
I forgot I
presence.
needed to add Blight. So I'll just add Blight with this power card instead. And then the question is, do I want to only play free cards? Well, I want to play 3 cards, but are they free cards?
3 free.
Free? I guess
I'm probably gonna target myself with growth through sacrifice, by the way, because I'm reclaiming next turn and I want to get better energy
Sure.
sustain.
I can actually stop C7 build, so I'll do that. And
Oh, I was going to do that.
oh, okay. I mean,
but with
I can
Darkness
also stop
Swallows- I
either
guess
or
actually,
D5.
I could stop C3 instead. I don't get an extra fear off that though.
I can also reach C3, so I have the flash fries, so range
Oh,
1
okay.
damage fast. So whichever is preferable for you, like do your one and I'll do the other one.
Yeah, I'll gather C7 to C8 and kill 2 explorers and get 2 fear.
Cool. And for my third play, I guess I want to plant. So I can do damage to that city. Seems important. And now I have Firestorm with 2 damage for the city. That seems perfect.
Oh, I should hit the button that says finish playing cards, shouldn't I?
SML.
Alright. I think Dahan should not take damage in D3.
How convenient.
That is the only wetland I'm in, and I can't hit a Dahan land because I don't have the energy.
All right, Haunts and Embers. I may as well push this guy because the event. You never know. And if he's gonna blight, I'd rather he not blight me.
Push him into the ocean.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Oh.
there you go. That's a thing.
Yay! Num-noms.
And Firestorm takes care of that. Another fear card. Nice. And I actually have a target for Threatening Flames, which I basically played for the elements, but I'll take it. And he can't go into the wetland without a blight, so I'm just going to send him into B3, I guess. Seems fine. Unanticipated ways.
Hey,
Out of town.
that's also a thing that could kill Guard the Owl's Heart if the only place with Explorer
Yeah.
Town is the inland.
Well, yeah. I mean, it could have almost been the case on this board or on other boards. So you got to be aware of the events and what they can do when you're playing this scenario. Cool. Well, C8 since it's blighting anyways.
That forces the build in C7 though.
I mean, so would the other option C5. So it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Fair enough.
I mean, it wouldn't because the Dahan would kill it, but also that would cascade. So I feel like it's probably okay to avoid the cascade for that.
And here it's probably better. I'm sorry, in board D, it's probably better in D8 to prevent the double. Like if they put the city in D5, then there's the two buildings next to D6.
Sure. And over
Yeah,
here,
that was a majority vote. Was why you all went and did C8 on me. Although it didn't matter.
that's true. Majority voting. There you go. Probably B3 because less in the mountains probably good there.
Yeah, it also prevents the build in D1 or B1 with the high immigration, I think.
Oh, and add disease to the sands or mountain with the most.
Oh, that
This is
also
the
stopped D5.
anti-England card.
Hmm. Sands, mountains.
Maybe
Or
just the
board
mountains.
C, missing
Board
out
B,
on
just the
those.
mountains because they're going to high immigrate there, so may as well keep it diseased.
Sure. 2 fear cards. Whoa.
Ooh. Goodbye, explorers. Not that there's probably that many in that situation, but remove explorer from land with Dahan.
A 1 that was dying anyway. Good job.
Yeah. Sometimes they do be like that. So here we kill the city, I think.
Oh, I got an energy off the event.
Oh, because it was lands with Dahan or whatever.
It's like each spirit with
2 Dahan
enough
among its
Dahan.
lands.
Yeah.
I got an
So I
energy as
can-
well.
I can actually crops wither.
Nice. And we have inner land exploration.
Mm-hmm. There is a title boon. So if a dawn is pushed into a place, I could crops wither if it would help.
Mm.
Looks
I mean, there's
more
already,
for the
like-
energy.
Oh, did you already use it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Entitled Boon also
Basically-
gives 2 energy, so you get your energy back. It's probably worth
Well,
it
I
for...
don't have dawn. Well, I guess I do have B8, but B8 isn't adjacent. Oh, I guess also B7 has a dawn. But that's also not adjacent to a building.
Also, it needs to be one of their lands. Yeah.
Yeah. Target Spirit pushes a town into Dahan from one of their lands, so yeah, it's... I can't just target any land with Dahan with Title Boon.
Yeah, I've got... I mean, my D7 to D8 could be a good option. Turn that town into an explorer. Deal with that place.
We do need to be mindful of the D6 build. Because it is adjacent to 2 buildings.
Right.
Which Wildfire could just
Yeah,
take
I mean,
care of.
if I
with
reclaim, I
presence.
can murder all the guys in the middle, but I guess it's also England, so yeah.
They're also building wetlands, which...
Right, wetlands first.
Oh, and actually they build C5.
Unless
And
I can
then-
kill... If I kill C7, then they won't build C5,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, and then...
And then that
Yeah, then there
saves
won't be
the
enough
inner lands too. Of course, the next turn is another next thing, but yeah. But
Okay, so who's getting title boon?
Not me.
Well-
I
oh, you're right. That would need to be you. Don't have any
for
Dahan.
purposes of crops
Yeah.
wither destroying a building, I am not the right choice for Title Boon.
Yeah, I think send it to me, and I don't see any better spot than. I guess there's D5 if you'd rather than D8, but D8 just sort of gets solved, so that's probably better, right?
Um, I mean, if you put it in D5, next turn I could probably make that Dahan not take any damage, but
It still
that would be
cascades.
a cascade, which, unless you have another plan for that,
Yeah. I mean, I can put one each, and then I can leave the decision to you.
just punt it. Oh, sure.
There you go.
So either we defend D5 or... Well, I mean, if we're defending D5, then it's already good enough, so I would just do D8. Okay.
All right, so I need to kill the town in C7. And... Oh, I can't reclaim if I want to kill the town, though.
Uh-oh.
That doesn't mean I can't do things. I just can't do things fast. I can still deal with it because I have Hunts and Embers. I've got Tigers Hunting. I've got ways. So I think I do reclaim, but I don't. Which means I don't put presence. Let me just make sure I can do it. Haunts and Embers pushes the town away. Or, I mean, combined with Flash Fires and Flame's Fury. Thinking with my 3 card plays. I think I'm sure I can't deal with both of the explorers. I can deal with one of them. I can deal with the town and one of the explorers in the middle if someone can take out one of the other explorers.
I mean,
i.e.
my innate can.
Yeah. Your
but I
innate can
can't
just
deal with both either.
yeah. So if you
Unless
can
there was Dahan, but no.
if you can, gather one away into and destroy it or whatever, or not even destroy it, then I can get rid of the other one. So
Okay.
because I can Flash Fires and I can make that fast, so. Or Tigers Hunting, that also works, so. Animated Recruit. Inflame the fires of life. Actually, that's pretty good. I have a lot of animal.
If I gave you a presence, then you could destroy the Explorer with your presence.
Yep. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. That's another way to do it. But I obviously need your help still for that, so I can't do it on my own.
Destroy one of my presents, sure. And if you do that, you wouldn't need like Flash Fires.
Yeah, that means I don't need to play Flash Fires, which kind of sucks for 2 energy. So I'd rather not play it if I don't have to. Actually, Tiger's Hunting kills that town if I play Flame's Fury, doesn't it? So maybe I don't need Hunts and Embers. I could do something else.
And if I knew you were gonna play Tiger's Hunting, I would have taken the Add a Beasts card.
Oh. I'm always playing Tiger's Hunting, just so you know, whenever I get it. It's so cheap and awesome. Like
Fair enough. I took the card that has plant because now I can actually hit the threshold on Entwined Power. That said, I'm playing a plant card, so I'm not getting it this round.
I think I still need
building
Hunts and
in a land
Embers
with
in any
Dahan.
case, because I don't have Blight in my lands, which is weird.
Is there a good place for... I mean, I'm almost certainly playing Brights. What would be the best place for that? B1 and B6 aren't building. If you take off the town in C7, C5 is not building, C8 is building, D3 is building, but those lands don't have Dahan. D1 is building, that would be a coastal city. I could prevent that. And the only the only jungles with Dahan are in Ocean's domain.
No, B8.
B8's not building. That's what I meant. The ones that are building. I think preventing D1 makes sense. They're not building B7 next turn with high immigration, right? They're building B4. But they're not building B6, and there's not going to be any other towns next to it, so B7 is safe next round. So I just need a moon card.
Is D5 cascading then?
If it is, I'll put Concealing Shadows on it.
I mean, that doesn't save it, but I don't think I can do it with also dealing with the other stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't stop the cascade, but it saves Dahan, and the Dahan kills the town at least.
Right. Yeah, because I can
Unless
play...
the event is +1 damage, or +1 health.
Yeah. I need one more card play. That's the trick. I don't really like flash fires. I want a card with plant on it. That's the thing. Tiger's hunting to actually kill the town. Haunts and Embers to move away one of the guys, and Growth through Sacrifice to destroy the other guy. That seems good.
Yeah, I thought you needed Flame Sphere for C7 anyway.
I could Haunts and Embers there instead, and Tiger's hunting and Explorer.
I see what you're saying.
But yeah, may as well get the fear.
Also, I'm gathering. Oh, right, I'm gathering an Explorer out. Because you're not dealing with both, are you? Or are you dealing with both now?
With Growth through Sacrifice, I'm dealing with both jungles.
Okay.
Because I'm Haunts and Emberings probably C4 down to C3 to die.
So I can gather B4 into B7. That's risky. That's not correct. I could spend an
Actually,
energy to gather B4 to B1.
I can send C4 into C6 or vice versa, and then Growth through Sacrifice to explode both of them. Because I'll have 2 damage from that. Are we all set?
Yeah, sure there's a way to make it work.
All right, so don't use growth yet because I need to do my thing first.
Sure.
All right, I want to use Flame's Fury on myself. Let's just take care of the Tiger's hunting here. And I can push this guy. Why not to an inner land just in case someone comes sniffing around? And what I'm going to do is Haunts and Embers, D6. I'd rather have a Sacred Site like further away from my other Sacred Site. So I'm going to push that guy into C4, and then Growth through Sacrifice lets me add presence in C4, right?
Amos is going to be hopping off, by the way.
Oh, is he sending messages? I didn't see that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No problem, Seamus.
So I just have to X out and...
Yep. It'll pop up for us to take over, so...
Take care of yourself, Seamus.
Yeah, take care.
Night-night.
All right. So... Pots and embers. All right, you may now sacrifice.
I'll lose my inner land presence. I'm sure that's
Oh,
fine.
no. Remove blight, yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna go from the energy track. Oh, here we go. Would you like to control ocean, or shall I?
I can take it. You're in charge of stream. I'll be in charge of 2 spirits.
All right, and I have nothing to firestorm, so if you're able to push losers into my lands with blight, I can burn them up.
Yeah.
I have 2 damage, actually.
That's going there. And that's going there. Okay. And I have Darkness Swallows. And interestingly, I could gather into the ocean. That's a thought.
Yep. I mean, that's better than...
But I
if
also
it's-
would like to stop the B4. Oh no, B4 is building anyway because of adjacency. So
Yeah, I mean, it's one less guy in there, but that's about it.
if I do gather into the ocean, I don't get the fear.
Oh, right. Oh, right, you have the... Yeah, you should get the fear if you can. If you can get 2 fear, even better.
I guess I could get 2 fear if I gather D5 into D2.
Yeah?
Doesn't do anything about builds, but that's 2 fear.
Yeah, it's one less... I mean, we could get defend 1 per Dahan or something, right? And that's pretty common effect.
Yeah.
Or even
And that's
fear
my
card,
powers.
defend 1 in all lands. Oh, that's it. I will firestorm to no effect. No defend, but each beast deals 2 damage. I don't think
Perform a build step
the
for
beasts
one
are
terrain not
attacking.
shown under any invader action. Thankfully, it will
Yeah.
not be mountains or jungles. That's also a way for events to screw us.
Well, unless
Okay,
there were...
so-
I mean, we have already organized so there aren't double buildings nearby or whatever, so...
True.
Cool, the beasts did a lot of work there.
If we did leave an invader or an explorer inside, then we would lose. But yeah, yeah.
Right.
So beasts dealt the damage.
Add Dahan to mountain or sands with Dahan.
So C is forced.
Sure, we can click it. Oh, no, it's not. There's C3 or C6.
Oh, whoops. Didn't see that one.
I don't know that it matters. There.
Yeah.
Maybe on the interior. Handy to have
Where's
Dahan
the sneeze?
in the middle.
Sure.
And this also doesn't really matter.
I would probably go for adjacent to city Daham.
Sure. They do not explore into lands with at least 2. Well, hey.
They don't explore to B7. Woo!
They
Yep.
high
There's
immigrate
the
a city.
We're
Yeah.
not blighting the island, so
Yeah. So where do you want this to go? Make like D4s, literally nothing happening.
yeah, works for me.
I think we could choose for me on this now. They explore the sands finally for the first time in the game. I guess it's like one of each land type so far.
They are not building D1, so the choice is D1. Rights of the land's rejections prevents that build, right?
Oh, right. Is that what's... Yeah. We can choose it, and then they don't build. They're building a capital in C8 right now, so I should probably go over there and deal with that. And here is a tie.
Not B4.
B2, because it gets prevented by the disease.
They're exploring sands. I don't know what Seamus's plan was, and now I have to think about Ocean's turn.
Yeah.
Oh, he has the double innate. Oh, we could put the city in B3 and drown it all.
Oh, does he? Oh, sure. Yeah, drown.
Because there's no other coastal land he's in that has the two things.
Drown it all to heck.
Yeah.
And they are not threatening to build in C7, I don't think. Because there's just one building next door. So that's okay.
Oh, they're also building... They're building wetlands because it's the only land type that
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
shown.
So yeah,
So.
C8 is trouble.
C8 went from 2 buildings to 5 in one action.
I think I'm going in there and cascading it just to get in there.
That is totally fine. So Ocean has the
Unfortunately,
2 building drown.
I don't have a land with 2 blight that I can remove a blight from.
Infested aquifers. If the land has disease, 1 damage, or if it's mountain wetlands, a fear and a disease.
King
And then
Penhammer says
small land
C8 is less
dwellers.
trouble and more London has moved in. Yeah. It's the River Thames.
London is there.
London calling.
I mean,
You might say.
wetlands is a very fitting place for London.
Yeah.
All things considered. So Ocean doesn't have a place for Swallow the Land Dwellers to drown a town, I don't think.
C2 though is saves a disease.
It does drown an Explorer, yeah. And there isn't
Well, you're
enough
or you
adjacent
could.
stuff.
Is there there isn't an Explorer in B3 for some reason? Did the Fear card stop that Explorer?
Yes, it had 2 Dons,
Oh, yeah.
so they didn't explore into it.
So yeah,
So,
knocking
yeah,
out those
Breaks
buildings.
The Shore is just happening here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no other place really for land dwellers unless you want to only kill Dahan for some reason, and then C2.
Yeah, it doesn't even push the Dahan, unlike the other one.
And I'm just going to ineffectively burn land regrow.
If land is mountain wetlands, a fear and a disease. Ocean is in none of these.
Oh, and it's range 0, so it's... I mean, you can add fear and disease to the ocean, right?
I guess, yeah, it is a wetland.
So that's might be the only place you can... I mean, you could... Yeah, there's no places with... You could have killed the Explorer, I guess, with that. But you may as well have drowned him, so... Yeah.
Yeah, it's not any difference.
Disease in the ocean. It's a fear. And it has the right elements, so... Probably
Yeah.
the main reason he played it.
Coastal disease.
Don't go into... Don't swim on board B. There's a red tide.
So on my end, the disease token has been placed right behind the B.
Yeah, same. Well, it's not right behind, but it's like slightly tucked under on my view.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting a
I think
fear
you mentioned
card.
You had to do that because of like you had to make sure people could see the land letter.
Yeah. So we get terror level 2, probably. Well, definitely. If I'm going into B8 and wreaking havoc in there. We should make sure they're not building in danger. They're not building in the middle, I don't think, because... Yeah, because that's fine. They're actually
Just
not
B4.
actually building in any mountains at all.
D5.
Oh, B5. Oh, because the preview doesn't know about high immigration. Right.
And B2, but that's diseased. And C7,
Right.
but not D8, which is nice.
How's our Ravage situation? Just the one Cascade in B4. And Ocean can probably defend D2 to great effect.
Oh, D2, right?
Assuming Ocean's reclaiming here because one card.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an Ocean reclaim. I have to go from like thinking only about shadows to inheriting Ocean and not knowing any of Ocean's plans.
And think about me. What's John gonna do? Put Blight everywhere. I mean, I'm flipping the Blight card in the Spirit phase, so that actually is a thing that could screw up multiplayer. So we'll have to do it carefully here.
Coordinated, yeah.
I don't have to, but like, we could lose, right? If they escalate C8 and something else makes a building in C8, like, we could immediately lose. So we have to deal with that.
Yeah, I would recommend you go in there and focus your efforts on C8.
All right, so maybe I'll do that first, and we'll see what all happens with the Blight card before we do anything else.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
I will not do a thing.
And actually, I'm going to add presence before gaining a power card because I want to know what the Blight card is.
Yeah.
So that's an unusual thing. Do I want? Actually, it's interesting. Yeah, I want the fire. I want to do 3 damage with this. So I have 3 energy. I'll be okay. Boom. We get a fear card and a blight card in the spirit phase. What is happening?
Like to flip.
Paul, see, look at this business. Paul upon the land. This is why, because like this changes.
That is actually a really good blight card.
Yeah, I mean, only 9 blight to work with now, but I can destroy. How does it work? Is it on each board? Right. So I mean, on board D.
Oh, it's not even per spirit. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I take it out of my super stack because I got the super stack. That seems fine to me. Board B has less things.
You need... Oh, I guess you do have Sacred Site cards.
I guess we can look at...
does not have Sacred Site stuff.
Yes,
and
maybe like
the reclaim is a gather, so...
C2 Ocean here.
Well, it could be that. It could also be the fact that since board B, like we have to gather B3 into the ocean.
Oh,
anyway,
just B3 instead.
and we don't need the Sacred Site. It might just be fine to take one of those out instead.
Sure. Well, I don't know if it's instead. We could do Ocean for both of them.
Oh, true, because it's also on board C. Right, yeah, board B and board C, right. Duh. Yeah, but I think still doing that.
Yeah, King Banhammer, the Blight card, is a Pall upon the land. Immediately on each board, destroy 1 presence and remove 1 town. So we're removing presence
It's a really good Blight
first.
card because it stops the Ravage in B4. Is
Yeah.
the one thing I was thinking of.
Yeah, it stops B4. We can also whittle down C8 even more. I mean, it has to do that.
It also stops the build in D5 if we take the town out of D1.
Yeah.
So it is a really good Blight card.
I mean, I would still take an Ocean presence here.
Sure.
Probably the Sacred Site, because you probably want to leave C1 where it is because of Jungle Hungers.
I mean, I'm going to have to move 2 presence anyway, like destroy a presence and then gather a presence. So if I leave the presence in the jungle, it's going to be both Sans presences. But that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you destroyed C1, you wouldn't have a choice, but now you have a choice.
Well, arguably, I still don't have a choice because I need, by default, C2 is the only choice.
What?
I mean...
What do you mean?
Okay, I do have a choice, yes, but I mean, if the decision is to keep the C1 presence, the only choice is C2, is what I mean.
Sure.
I technically have a choice, but realistically don't. But you're saying if I chose C1, I would literally not have a choice. So we're just arguing semantics.
That's what we do best.
Okay, yep. So that town, and I think if we take out D1, they don't build D5 because there's no one in there,
Yeah.
and there's only one adjacent thing.
Yeah, and it makes it easier to stop the builds in the sands too. Though I'm just murdering sands boys, so. And then
This
it
is the cascade
it
from your presence.
right. It automatically took out a C8. This can just go into C7, probably.
Sure. Not D3. That's the only thing I have.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, that wouldn't be on the table unless it was a different situation. All right, and now I'm getting a power card, so I'll take a miner. I think you can go ahead now with your things. You just had to take care of all that business. Defend 6. Do we need defend 6? Not really. I could also remove blight. I have 3 blight removal cards. Teeming Rivers, Nature's Resilience, and Call to Tend. Interesting. I think I like Teeming Rivers based on my cards. Because Tiger's Hunting likes to have sun and animal. And it gives me some flexibility with blight. And beasts. All right. Probably playing Threatening Flames to push a town into the ocean. Just playing as much fire as possible, basically. Actually, if I play... Oh yeah, if I play 3 fire plant cards, I get 6 damage in C8.
Oh boy!
That seems good. So C8
Seems
solved.
Really good. And if there's no buildings in board C, there's no escalation? Yeah.
I'm not killing everything. There's still... Well, I could Threatening Flames a guy out. I don't get the split. I'm short on 1 air. I was thinking of Threatening Flames in B1, but B1 doesn't really matter. I could Threatening Flames the Explorer to stop the build in D7. Or I could Threatening Flames a town out of C8 if we want to just completely empty that board, which is fine by me as well. Got options.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out Ocean's plays.
Sure. Yeah, Grasping Tide for sure. And then... I don't know. Jungle Hunger's C6. Expensive, but it solves it.
They're not building B3? Wow. Wow, that was a really good blight
Actually,
card, 'cause they're also not building B3.
There's going to be a town in board C, right? C6, unless we stop it. Which you could with Call of the Deeps.
Call of the Deeps, yeah. Pending the event?
Pending
even with that, they're not building.
Yeah.
Unless they replace it with a town, I guess. And that's my 2 plays. Okay, cool. Ocean only has 2 plays because Seamus went entirely up energy track.
Oh, wow. That's why you have 5 energy.
I was debating a major, but I think I like all of Ocean's current cards, and I'm still kind of hoping to exchange Jungle Hunger someday.
Cool.
So now Shadow's turn.
Shadows
Sorry.
is
I'm
is sitting there.
Pensive spirit guy, and I have 2 spirits to play with. So
You're sitting there with like, I've got 3 moon and 3 plant, like any day.
Yeah, I mean, I took mostly the plant and moons. Moons are the most important plant for Entwined Power, but
Right.
also for Jungle Hungers, which is in Power Progression deck, by the way.
It is. Yeah, the Shadow's power progression is all about Jungle Hungers, turns out, for whatever reason.
Razor Sharp Undergrowth, destroy an Explorer and a Dahan, add a Wilds, defend 2. I mean, I took that because that was the only, like, decent card from one collection, but is there a place where that would work? A lot of these lines are blighted for some reason.
I love Blight.
I could stop C6 by going in there myself, but I also could do things by gathering 2 and doing damage.
Oh yeah, you could. Can you
Yeah,
gather
I stopped
two?
the D5 build if I do that in like
You could gather
D4 and
C6,
D5.
C6 and D4 into C8, where I'm doing 6 damage.
I can only gather 1.
Oh, okay. Well
It's
then.
really awkward. I gather 1 and destroy up to 2.
Oh, right. Yeah, you got to have adjacencies, and it's got to be range 1 from Sacred Site.
Yeah. So Sacred Site, I think, is going in B5. And that takes care of B4 and B5.
Yeah,
Stops the
doesn't
build
hurt
in
B4
D5.
because of pending the event and high immigration later.
Yeah. Well, it is high immigration in currently, but
B4?
next round it's currently immigration. In the future, it will be presently.
Yeah, that's what I said.
immigrating.
That's what I was saying.
But like, no, there's still the 2 buildings next to it.
Yeah. Well, there are right now. That doesn't mean there always will be.
Yeah, that's why I said presently. We're all very much like
Not with
saying
the
same thing, but with different words and pissing each other off more.
There's a town that's about to be burned soon at some point in B1, so it's just waiting for me to turn my attention to it.
If I do power this turn, power next turn, I could play 4 cards, but I have like barely enough energy to play my hand. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. But with 2 plus 3s, I have 7 energy. So I can, yeah, it's gonna be 2 minors. I'm just gonna be boring. Renewing Rain synergizes with Entwined Power. Disorienting Landscape. Range 2, Sacred Site, push and explore. D7 is range 2, Sacred Site. And that was building, right? And you weren't doing anything about that? Or were you?
Well, I have the option with Threatening Flames for probably either that or if we want to clear off board C. So.
Okay, so if I take Disorienting Landscape, I can take the guy out of D7 instead.
Sure. Pop him into Wetland, I guess, or something.
Yeah, I have to play my 2 fire cards this turn. None of these cards have fire. Yeah. I'm doing that. That. So I stop B4 and B5 and D7 and Ocean stops D6. And I also have a Mantle of Dread and a Crops Wither for fun.
Cool. All right, so I'm just going to straight up Firestorm then into C8. We don't have anything moving in. Basically, I have an extra damage if there's an explorer who wants to go in there, but I don't think that is what's working out. So we'll do that.
That's that. This doesn't matter.
I guess this broken town is going into D3.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll just go and clean that up next.
Yep.
And maybe the beast will do damage to destroy the town.
I mean, but they're gonna build a city with the escalation.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
I'm turning the city into the town.
Whatever I just did in C8 is going to happen next in T3. So
Yeah, watch out, shadows.
The burning is coming. Blighted Island event.
Ravage.
Ravage step for any terrain not shown.
So wetlands.
Which
We can
is...
prevent this on any board by destroying presence instead.
Well, it's fine on board C, obviously. On board B, it's a cascade. On board D, it's not. I mean,
board B, we can lose the sacred site. My sacred site in B8, I think.
B8. I mean,
So
on
it's
board
not really.
board D, if I was going to go in there anyways, destroying one of your presents, do you want to destroy your presents in D3 and let them ravage? Or I guess, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's best there.
Well, if the land's blighted, your Land of Haunts and Embers pushes more.
That's
Also
true.
not necessarily good for that to be a cascade. We only have 8 blight to work with.
Yeah, I was thinking we can prevent the ravage in board D by destroying your presence. And we could allow it, either allow it on board B or destroy my presence in B1 or something. I guess it potentially just destroy all of your presence in both places if we want to really stop it.
I have 1 sacred site left.
I know that's not ideal. What are we also going to do? Defend 1 per Dahan. But that's not for this ravage. It's not happening yet. Add beast to a land without disease or without blight that has town.
Which is nowhere. Except D3.
It's D3 if we stop the ravage.
If we stop the ravage.
I mean, I can destroy presence like in D7 if you want to preserve your presence, but I am going to be destroying one of your presence. So
Or destroying 1. I could still keep 1 presence in there and destroy one of the ocean presents. I think.
right. Well, I mean, I could just
so
lose.
I could still Crops Wither in there, is what I mean.
I could lose that sand, all the D7. Like that's done its job, and there's nothing around for a while. So, like, there's literally nothing being built nearby. Like,
Well, I would probably want you to keep 1 presence in, because getting back in there for you is hard because you would blight and
Right.
cascade.
all right, so I'll take 1 out and 1 from the ocean then. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if I'm destroying 2 presents in B8, then yeah, how about we don't destroy any of mine in D,
Okay.
and then destroy both of mine on B8 to stop the B1 cascade, and then
skip
Seed
here.
is good.
Board C is a null ravage, so. Cool message. That seems like temporary.
Your card.
Defense.
Run 6.
Man, why didn't we get this first? That would have been great.
They also don't build cities in coastal, by the way.
Ooh.
Which is really important for the high immigration, or not high immigration, but the escalation.
I mean, it would have been more cities for me to blow up. So it's not a huge deal. They didn't get any...
They did 1 build, by the way.
That D4, which I can strafe. Actually, I can't strafe. I'm not in range.
Yeah, so D3 is forced. C doesn't have a building, so it's just B.
It may as well be where...
So-
And then they won't build cities in B1, right? So...
Did
your
you want more cities to blow up, though?
I mean... Yeah. It's fine.
Okay.
Exploring jungles. Hello, inner land. I mean, I can easily kill him as long as there's not enough buildings around. I don't think... We are getting the double build on the jungles.
Yeah, that's really dangerous.
But I think as long as we kill that explorer in the inner jungle, they're still not going to build. Oh, they would. No, they wouldn't. They would do in the second build at present because of D4 existing and B4 building in the high immigration means that they would build in D6. So we gotta. I mean, I can literally just put disease in there just in case. And I can destroy the. Actually, I'm just destroying the town in D4 right now.
Yeah, there's also a Mantle of Dread.
Oh
We
yeah.
Mantle of Dread this town from B1 into the ocean, and we take out the Explorer B4. They don't build B4.
Yep.
The problem is it's slightly harder for me to do it with shadows because I don't have fire here in my hand unless I reclaim, which is probably okay.
I mean, if you need energy, you could. Oh, that doesn't give energy, does it?
No,
Does
it's
breaks
just fear.
Breaks the Shore have a target?
Breaks the Shore, drowns a town, and my lands, for whatever reason, don't have towns in them.
Weird. Just looking if there's
So
a
Mantle
place
of Dread
this-
B1s. If we can take the Explorer out of B4, seems good. I presume that you can take like your existence stops D6.
Yeah. I can just kill him with fire pretty easily, as long as I don't take the blight out of there. Or even if I do, if I could take the blight out of there and then put presence there without cascading. That could be actually, that might be a good plan because I don't have air for flash fires next turn. Yeah, so actually, I remove the blight there, put presence in there, killing him. How do we get B4 guy? That's the question. I don't have a way for that. Unless if I
mean,
reclaim, it's easy, but...
If Shadows reclaims, it's trivial.
Okay. Or even Ocean can reclaim, but you don't want to reclaim everything for that. You're closer to reclaiming, I think, aren't you? So...
Yeah.
Or also... Oh, there's blight there. It's like you could just go razor sharp in there, but that doesn't work.
I just had that thought a second ago, but yeah, it has blight. But no, it makes sense for me to reclaim so I can guarantee a fire to gather.
All right, I'm going to remove the blight from there, and I'll plan to put presence in D6. I can add disease in there, because I don't really have anything better to do with Inflame the Fires right now. There's no good strife target, so I'm going to put disease in there, like, just in case.
Sure. And so Mantle of Dread on Wildfire then?
Oh, right, for B1. Sure.
Yeah.
Here, Ocean.
And I will break the shore in the ocean.
In the diseased ocean?
In the diseased ocean. It'd be pretty funny if oceans on boards with any of my presence were treated as coastal wetlands, period. Because then that would also include builds.
Yeah.
England would build a town, which would then immediately drown.
They're building, like, rafts or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I'm not putting presence into D3, but it's pretty under control, so I'm not worried about it right now. So your presence is safe for one day.
Shadows is reclaiming for sure, so I think I'm clicking that button.
Okay. Yeah, if you've got B4 taken care of, then I'll take care of D6 and just play what I've got. I need energy.
I'm just gonna play the
so.
minor game all day. Lure of the Unknown, you say?
Ooh, there you go. Lure of the Unknown's perfect. Goodbye, Explorer.
Range 2 without invaders, that's the ocean, but also stops B4, of course. Also gathers a town, which is great. Like, 0 energy, range 2, town gather. Why is that, like... Why is that 0 energy? Anyway, so Ocean's not reclaiming. Does Ocean want to be
I guess I could have
inland,
just
or
killed the
does
guy in
Ocean
B1 or
really
whatever.
want 3 card plays?
Ocean needs card plays. How many cards does he have? He's got tons of energy. I almost never. I mean, with higher player counts, the energy track is more important, but I almost never go energy track on Ocean anymore.
I generally like. I get the moon in the water, but then I never bother past that. I
Yeah,
normally like elements.
I just find
but...
it's not like Ocean always has moon and water with their like tons of moon and water more than they need. That's not what they're limited on. It's earth and air. I find.
I mean, okay, I actually just get the moon. I think I never really get the water because the water's very easy. But generally, like with my first growth, it's double presence, and since getting to like double presence for 2 card plays, I just don't really like putting my second presence and not gaining anything from it. So I just take
That's
moon.
fair. You gain
But
future
logic,
value.
You could have 3 card plays next turn.
I just always think short term. I want something that benefits me more right now.
We
So if
need
they
to
do a double build in D2, then my Ocean Breaks the Shore would be really nice there. But they're also doing that in C1. But I could Jungle Hungers there with no threshold, and there would still be a city there. But then I also have Twilight Fog.
brings
The problem with that
madness.
is neither of those have Earth. That's the problem. So I'd have to... like, if I want my double drown, I need 2 Earth cards. Which is either Swallow, Infested Aquifers, or Tidal Bone. And Infested Aquifers has the same problem it had a second ago, where I'm not in any
I mean, you're playing it for the elements,
wetlands.
right? That's fine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Swallow the Land Dwellers is actually literally Jungle Hungers in C1.
It's not because they're building a town and a city.
Yeah, but I'm not hitting the threshold on Jungle Hungers, so it's the same outcome.
Oh, the same outcome. Right. Oh, it's actually different because you're getting energy and you're not getting it from Jungle Hungers. Slightly different. But yeah, same board state.
Yeah, so I think I'll go 3 card plays then, because then I deal with... We have plans for the jungles with Ocean's board and Sands Ravaged. None of them are blighting right now, pending the event. And then the escalation is just going to basically be D3 and C1 and B2.
Oh, yeah, C1's going to have 3 buildings in it if they escalate.
Oh, right, yeah.
But that's fine. It's just more things to drown.
In which case, Jungle Hungers would be better there. It's fine. Yeah. So let's see. We have 1 presence in board B, so I'm going to put a second one there. 2 on D, 2 on C. Nothing's happening on C other than C1, so I guess I'm just gonna put more in D. This Tidal Boon? Did that do anything? I think we're doing Twilight Fog though. Because it's air, and strife on something that survives C1 seems wise. Oh, and if I do call the Dahan Ways. So there's 2 towns and a city. I convert a town into a Dahan. I strife the city, and then I swallow the town that was previously... Dahan that was previously a town. That sounds amazing.
Amazing.
Okay, so that's Ocean taken care of 5 minutes later. I'm generally a lot like I'm somewhat slow, but I generally have a solid plan when I'm playing with one spirit. When I'm playing with two spirits on a 3-player map,
Yeah. I mean,
coordinating everything is hard.
we're talking out loud, explaining our thought process, so.
Yeah.
Except for this
So,
turn where I just played all my cards because I had them. Other turns, sure. For me, this turn was just click, click, click.
so
I'm sure these cards
D2
will
is
do
force
things.
building, D6, C4 is not B4. Just need to move a thing out, which I can do with my innate. So Lure of the Unknown. I guess I could just do that to move a town from D3 into D0. I keep all my plant cards. Could I play? Could I actually play Entwined Power next turn with Threshold?
Could you do it this turn, or you don't have enough plays to get to 4?
I only have 3
Oh,
plays.
right.
Um,
You got lots of energy.
not building in a land with Dawn. I could actually just stop them from building a D2 period.
That's a pretty good spot. It's double build at least.
In which case, I don't necessarily need to swallow the land dwellers, except for elements, I guess. But that seems actually really nice.
Yeah, you could play Tidal Boon instead on Ocean if you wanted.
Yeah.
That would push like at a D3 or something.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So I just need one more moon card. Okay, all my cards are moon. Excellent. Something that's not water plant. I have 5 plant cards. Wow. Okay. Something that doesn't have fire on it, preferably.
Favors called due.
Trying to figure out which one is favors called to.
The one without fire.
Too
on
many
it.
cards.
Fair.
I guess theoretically I would want to keep error cards for eventually someday hyper innate, but I don't think that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's so hard to get to that.
I did have it once
pretty good,
where
though.
my 3 damage destroyed 3 buildings.
Ooh,
It was pretty nice.
that's cool. Are we all done?
That's all my plays. I think we're good. Oh, I don't get the double drown if I play. Wait. Oh,
You
did
have
I
double
move the
drown.
wrong card?
Or you have instead. You never had the double drown because
Oh, okay.
you're
'Cause I
playing
screwed up.
Dahan
Okay.
Ways. You only played
Well,
one
then
Earth.
I do this? No. Wait. They don't
mean-
play Dahan Ways, I guess, is the thing.
Twilight Fog is worth 2 fear, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, Strife and double drown. Oh, Dahan Ways was, I guess, converting a Dahan into a town. But I need 2 other Earth cards, and I want Twilight Fog, so yeah, I can't play Dahan Ways. I'll just swallow the surviving town instead. That works. Okay.
All right.
So 1 million years later. Oh, sorry. Let me put this in SpongeBob voice. 4 hours later.
I have Firestorm with nothing to hit, so if you want to, lure a friend into... I don't know what you're planning to... I guess you're probably destroying an Explorer, so... If you want to lure something
Well-
into my burning area, feel free. I don't know what your plan is.
I mean, I could lure a D1 or something, but Darkness Swallow.
You probably have a better
is
plan.
happening here. So that's that.
Oh, yeah. Nice. I mean, luring into ocean is probably better, so... If you're going to lure a town
Yes.
into the ocean.
There's no coastal. Oh, right. We're doing this for a coastal town anyway.
I guess there's D4 pending the event, but I don't know if we want to worry about that. Probably not.
Actually, unlikely that we can do anything about D4. But yeah. I don't know. Fear card could remove a town from the coast
Yeah.
and then an explorer from inland. So.
Exactly. If it cascades, it's not the end of the world.
Oh yeah, it's right. It's a ravage. It's not even a build.
Yeah. All right. Well, I
So
guess
that's
I'm
all my powers.
power storming to no effect.
Cities do. Oh no, sorry, it's the wrong one.
Add blight to a land with at least 2 blight. Festering pits of blight. Does not cascade. We actually have 2 spots for this.
That loses your presence.
I mean, there's no
Right.
option. It just happens.
Yeah. This is the one that's really dangerous when you're low on blight because you just lose immediately. Add disease, but ignore disease.
Well, good thing I put disease. We may as well add it to the interior.
Yep.
On each board. Yeah. Just like more disease in the middle. And fear from Hans. Skip explore. All right. So we're just going to clean up the island now, I guess.
Do we just win? Skip the build?
Amazing. We still get the high immigration build. Oh, actually.
Or we should, but it's...
That was supposed to be fixed. I thought that was fixed. Hang on.
Dang it.
I was told that was fixed. But apparently, I'm just going to report it. Because that literally... Let me look at that fear card. Skip the next normal build. Yeah, it also, like, did the fear card, the build card remaining in place thing, right? Like...
Yeah.
I was told this was fixed. So here's a report where it actually happened. High immigration was skipped by immigration slows. Seems. I mean, thematically. Whatever. It should, like, literally the fear card says immigration slows, but it's not a normal build, so should not be skipped. All right, this one will be an asterisk.
I was trying
54
to double check
attachments.
on the FAQ, but yeah, it's it does say only normal build.
Yeah. Yeah, high immigration is not considered a normal build.
Yeah. So about
No, we've gotten
all
this
of
report and it was supposed to be I thought it was supposed to be fixed, but apparently there must be some way that the fix is not working here. So,
yeah. So it's like literally the same things happening next turn with this asterisk game, except they're also building sands and not ravaging sands.
you got nothing to eat now.
Yeah. So I have Gather Dahan and Fear if they outnumber, but there's like no Ravage, so it doesn't really matter where they go. Swallow, which eats an Explorer out of D2 or C1. Tidal Boon, that pushes a town out of D3.
I mean, there's
Twilight Fog.
3
which...
buildings on the whole board,
True.
right? I can do 2 damage to the city. Oh no, I can only do 1 damage to the city in B2. I don't know if you have any damage. Guess not.
I'll do that thing, because that's the only thing that makes sense.
Sure. I don't have range to D3. There's nothing. We killed everything.
I could reclaim Lure of the Unknown and just lure it into the ocean again.
Sure.
So can you put presence in B2 and kill the city?
Yeah. That's.
Okay. So we just win then?
I just don't reclaim. I just do that. I can even make it not cascade. I can do 1 damage in a jungle / wetland. Oh, I can't reach that one. There's no
Here,
land.
I'll strife the city for you if that helps.
There's no land that I can hit with an invader for savage mob beasts. So I'll get a fear. And I'll flash fires a fool.
You know, of all the asterisk games, this one is kind of the most disappointing because it's like anticlimactic.
I mean, we were winning. We were winning, right? Like, that wasn't a
We were
question.
in control, yeah. We were like several actions away from winning because just
Yeah.
there was quite a lot. Like, if they did do all the building, well, I guess they were only building things that Ocean was taking care of, so maybe not. Maybe it was taken care of. Okay, well, reclaim.
All right. I have no cards. I did my 3 damage. That's my turn with 10 energy. I suppose I could have gained a card, but I clicked wrong. Oh well. Makes my turn simple.
I'll just do the thing. There's like, I
Just
guess
play-
we could do blight removal for points, but no one cares.
Play
Right?
the 1 card.
I'll make Ocean have an almost complete track. Ocean plays Jungle Hungers.
Finally, Jungle Hungers.
I'll
the first
play
time.
Entwined Power, but not hit the threshold.
Oh, I have to finish playing no cards. Oops.
Yeah, the only spirit that has Blight on their land is you, and I
If-
don't trust giving that Entwined Power or the Growth through Sacrifice to you, because
It's too bad if
would
you
just
entwine
It
me.
would add presence and Cascade.
If you entwine me, it'd be too bad I can't consider your presence to be my lands, or I could go in there.
Yeah. Game over
GG.
victory. Waiting for other players.
You must wait for me. I mean, you could undo, right? So that's,
Yeah.
well, once undo is a thing.
funny.
That's the idea there. Maybe you want to get points. We got 61 points. We should have added more blight. Be too many points. You redeemed. Good job, peasant. What? Did you just do something in italics to make it look like a request?
Yeah, I did it in italics, but I'm poking fun at peasants' point reward.
Oh,
It's
right.
like 100 points to redeem good job peasant, and it's almost always used sarcastically.
Hello, peasants. We are playing at a time when Europeans are not asleep, most of them. So, hope you enjoy that. Do you want to play
Yeah, we're
another game, Dolphin?
experimenting-
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean we were playing early, so we could do a 5-hour stream now, and it would still be like 7 p.m. Hey, it'll be the start time, and the sun would still be out.
I don't know if I want to do a 5-hour stream. If you want to do, we can't do second wave because it's not multiplayer, but we can play another game or two.
Yeah.
How about thematic board? Just to mix
Sure.
it up. And a scenario.
Sure.
Some of the scenarios should work, but we're testing things. Why not? Well, we did just play a scenario, didn't we? I know Powers
Technically
Long
we did,
Forgotten.
yeah.
Powers Long Forgotten is probably not going to work at all because
Mhm.
it's weird. Rituals of Terror, I think works. If we want to try that, Destroying Flame, I think might work. War of the Shores might work. Some of them are awkward, like you have to vote to play a War of the Shores card or whatever. But
War of the
is-
Shores is harder on thematic, right? Because you still have
there's
like a
more
limit
coastal
on-
lands. Yeah. We could do Blitz. If we want to do Rituals of Terror or Dahan Insurrection. Dahan Insurrection had some bugs. I don't know if they're we probably fixed whatever we found, but I don't know if there might still be lurking bugs with Dahan Insurrection.
I
Or do you want to play
have a preference.
a stipulation game of some form?
Stip. Yeah, the stip. You can only play powers that share a word with your neighboring spirit.
You want to do that?
No, that would be brutal.
The stip. What's a fun? Any suggestions from the chat?
I mean, if we were doing that,
Conditions
if
or
we're doing a
stipulations?
stip, I would say we just do difficulty 0,
Sure.
just to try it out. Because I mean, I feel like a lot of the games would be unwinnable.
We'll play balanced board then. But so what kind of stip are we? Do you want to do the idea of like even numbered energy, even numbered lands or whatever?
Ooh, that was a good one.
So the idea of this one is we can only use powers with even numbers of energy cost on even numbered lands and odd number energy cost on odd numbered lands. And then no other restrictions besides that.
And
so like
what was the roll on the innates?
innates
There's
could either
zero
be
energy, so it's
they could
even?
either be free for all or we could say there's zero energy because I mean serpents does cost 7, so that would be an odd numbered innate power.
True.
I feel like innates should be free for all because they
Okay.
just don't have energy.
We could just call them wild cards, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
wild card powers, and the same thing with spirit power, like target spirit powers. Yeah, let's try that and just
Target spirit powers can only target spirits with an even amount of energy on them.
no. Well, maybe. I, that just means we just can't use the power on certain turns or whatever. I don't know.
That would be funny.
All right, why not try
Well,
that?
if we're gonna do that, I'm gonna take a spirit that I feel confident with.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. I think having spirits that get lots of cards is probably valuable for that.
Yeah.
So green and river are probably good. I mean, Sharp Fangs also gets lots of cards. Maybe I'll take Sharp Fangs.
Sure.
And yeah, difficulty 0. Just keep it simple. So do we want to put a text on the screen like Jorbs does? Plus text. Stip. What's the... You're a math teacher. What's the word again for evenness or oddness?
Parity.
Parity. No one's going to understand that, but I'm going to type it anyways. Powers with... I'm just going to say even/odd energy cost may only be used on lands with matching parity. And powers that have neither even nor odd energy cost may not be used. We'll say...
And if you want the upgrade of this, you would need to only play cards in the land matching the energy cost. That would be actually impossible, but...
Oh, matching, yeah. I mean, that's kind of like playing Ocean solo. So. You'd have to, yeah. And the funny thing is, Cast Down the Briny Deep is like, you can't use it because it has
Coastal land?
No, because
Coastal
it's cost
land 9? What?
it costs 9 energy at coastal. Maybe on the thematic board, if you somehow, I'm gonna put this just down here, which will be readable once we get into the game, I think. Maybe. Oh, it needs to be on the right hand side. No, that's actually that side. We'll put it down there and we'll see how it looks. All right, let's go.
All right, so innates are wild, and
It's kind of hard to read.
even and odd matches parity.
It's like, hang on.
So
let
my
me just
wash away
see.
only works in odd lands, and everything else only works in even lands.
Outline? Oh, that looks horrible. Drop shadow. That's slightly less horrible.
I know the Mac version of OBS is slightly different, but I know that when I select outline, it defaults to having a white outline, which is bad with white text. I don't know why it defaults like that.
Yeah, it picked a black outline. It's got a black drop shadow that does look bad, but not probably as bad as the outline. Get as much text on the screen as possible. Oh, hey, I have a decision. I can put... Why? I could put in either of these neighboring lands. We have the worst range possible on these boards. This is actually really interesting pair for a challenge. It's like you just start in the same corner of these boards, and then like you have to make your way across. That's really interesting.
Yeah. D8 is just so far away from both of us right now.
Well, I'm gonna go into...
I'll probably be growing into D1, but I mean, you also have a lot of range with your...
Yeah, I can hop into C1 easily.
Mountains.
Oh, the text looks good when the screen's grayed out.
Okay.
I'm going to change the text color so it's not white.
So I can deal with D5 and D8. They will build, but I can move the towns. I wash away D5, and I gotta remember the innate names. I massive flooding D8. And that works with the rules. And I can only reverse bounty into D2.
Oh, right. Yeah, so actually we're doing this. I'm like, gotta think about what I'm doing. So building in mountains, hey.
Could also do Boon of Vigor instead.
Oh, good.
maybe.
I can prey on the builders in either of those lands. I have the ability to do that. And Terrifying Chase. But I can't be in both of them.
Not with that attitude.
And we have no undo, so don't make a mistake. If you make a mistake, it's fine.
I think you can be in both of them if you targeted Ranging Hunt in C4. Like if you put a presence in C4, Raging Hunt C4, push a beast into C3 into C7, and you move your presence both ways.
C4.
I don't know if that's
But
the
you only
correct
get
choice.
you get to push. Oh, do you get to push two? That's right. That's true. Yeah, I mean it's pretty decent. I also could just like let one of them blight. That's also fine. But I don't mind getting a hold of them right away with our ridiculous restriction. So I'm gonna gain a power card. Right now, I don't have many evens, so I'm going to take a 0 cost no matter what it is. Oh, but they both target spirits. Gift of constancy or gift of power.
Gift power might be really nice.
Yeah, gift of power is going to be handy because of we need options. All right. I don't need an animal this turn. I'm going to hop up card play track. Right, and I don't convert beast because I want to actually move my presence into the mountains. That's fun. Combo.
Wombo combo.
The Wombo combo. So D8,
Also, we don't have undo, so make sure you're careful with all of your power
Yes.
usages.
Yeah, I think I have a plan. Both of mine are odd, and they're going into odd lands. And my innate is allowed to go wherever. So,
Yep,
all good?
I'm good.
I guess you don't have any fast. Ranging hunt.
I am river. I never have fast.
Oh, I could gather this friend.
Except for half
There's
my
really no
cards,
point
but-
to... Well, the event cards, right? There's some point to not having a beast there. I'm going to stay where I am, though, there. Because I can place into the jungle next turn easily enough. And one here. One here. One there. One there. And let's prey on the builders in C7. And actually, yeah, I can murder them in C7 and push them out of... Well, I guess I could do either way. I could murder either way. So
How
actually,
do you want to murder?
I guess what's my murder plan? That's the question. I probably want to chase them out of C7 because there's no Dahan there. And murder C3? I don't know. What do you think? I guess murdering the inner ones are probably better.
Yeah, I generally would go with inner, but
Murder. Murder. Red rum. All right. I'm totally not even thinking about what powers am I allowed to use next turn, which I probably should have to think about. Oh, hey, Too Near the Jungle could have worked on C4.
Flash Floods works in both my jungles. So Wash Away can only go in D5.
All
I'm
right,
just gonna
C.
put in my Wetland. Massive Flooding goes here to move a town. And River's Bounty can only go in D2.
It must. I mean, that's a good place.
That's my actions done.
So I'm going to send... I send everyone, actually, from C3. So the invaders can go to C2. But the Dahan to C4 and C... or to the jungles nearby. Does that make sense?
I will probably Flash Floods D6,
Okay.
I think. Actually, I could do it C4 instead. Then
I mean, I could just
still
send
put
a
Legacy
Dahan...
Wait in D5.
I can send a Dahan to each one. And they'll have some use. Maybe they'll do 1 damage or something from the event.
Maybe. Okay. Claiming River's Bounty, so I can, play my hand. And then I could River's Bounty in C4. Oh!
Right, so I can murder... I was going to murder C7, but I could also stop a build.
I mean, I can't do anything about D6 unless I place presence in a weird place. So I think I'm just not going to worry about D6. It does have a Dahan, but... Meh.
I put
What
the Dahan there.
blight.
I mean, I'm gaining powers like every turn. I'm gaining powers every turn, so I put the Dahan because I might get like a defend card for it or something, right? Like, that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So I'm going to gain here first. I have enough energy to play all my cards right now. Even if I take a 1 energy card. Haunts and Embers. Call of the Dahan Ways. Drift down into slumber. Drift down is defend 4 in a jungle.
Ooh, what if I Flash Floods D2 and then kill it with Massive Flooding?
That's a thing you can do.
That is the thing I can do. They're not building a town, but even if they did, I would push it, and it kills a city, which is always nice.
All right, I have a defend cost 0 card that can be used on odd number or even numbered lands, so that I got D6 covered with that next turn.
Nice.
Add a presence to a jungle. So this turn I'm going to play Gift of Power, Tune of the Jungle, and Teeth Gleam. So actually I need to add off the animal, off the energy track. So actually I can't, if I want the damage, I have to not. Could you just not?
Do you want 3 card plays or an energy or an animal though?
Yeah. If I'm gonna do, I need to do the damage, right? So I need to take off the animal. So I'm not doing Gift of Power. Is basically what that means.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's not a huge cost. It's just would have been cool to have Gift of Power. The question is, where do I put my presence? I guess if I put it in C7 and convert it, then I definitely kill everything there, because we do have an event. But actually, no, I need presence in the jungle. But I still could by moving out, right? From...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Beast stuff. Just Sharp Fang stuff. So... Or I could just be in the jungle and do that stuff at range 1. Right? You can do that at range 1, right? Yeah. Let's just do that. Converty. Careful planning. And Tune of the Jungle is going to have to work somewhere. I can see an even numbered land from the jungle. And Teeth Gleam the other
D2 and
way.
D4.
Yeah, there'll be somewhere I can use those powers, I'm sure. Mostly playing them for the elements. For this. Ranging
Here, have
out.
some energy.
Yay!
I'm sure you're an even-numbered spirit.
And beasties, get out of there. Go to other places. Event card. Choose a sacred. Oh, you got the sacred sites everywhere. It's because of.
Actually, this stops 2 builds.
Oh yeah, it does.
If we gather into C5 and D3.
What else is this doing? Add disease to jungle wetland with the most. And
So D2?
D1 has 2 towns.
Oh, D1. You're right. 0.
And C2. Or no, C, it just doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen on C.
Remove. Oh yeah, we removed Blight from C5. That's cool. So yeah,
Nice.
I mean,
So everything is happening.
you're the only sacred site holder, so click the lands you want.
I like stopping builds.
Yeah.
Yeah, gather 1 explore. So why is it?
C1, I guess.
It's. Oh,
it didn't show your vote there for some reason.
It didn't show my vote, and it also let me click on C1 and C2.
Mysterious. It did end up working.
Let's see what happens here. If I tick, yeah. So I clicked on the C4 Explorer. The D2 Explorer is still lit up. Have you clicked on something?
No, I'm just looking at the thing. It's showing me that you clicked on the Explorer in C4 only. But then also there's like a vote. I'm just trying to press it. It can be hard to read sometimes. Why don't we send a feedback just to record this, and maybe I can reproduce it from the files.
You want me to do it?
Both of us.
Both
Votes
of us.
are not showing up / being weird for this event card. We are not seeing each other's votes, but they do work. Yeah, that'll let me hopefully, be able to load the game and reproduce it, or at least see the logs and figure it out.
Should I have just typed in LOL instead of a description?
If that accurately described what was happening, which sometimes it does. So we're going
Just
C4.
all the times. Also, freaking Trello is blowing up my phone right now.
Yeah. Trello is blowing up right now. I tried to do some stuff to stop that, but Trello just wants to do it. So.
And I feel like with Spirit Island, normally I only get 1 notification with the very last attachment. But I don't know.
Well, oh, interesting. So I had put a thing to try to reduce the notifications, but then I still saw the notifications. So maybe the thing I did worked, but then it also sometimes caused cards to get, like, orphaned in places, which is not great. So maybe I will try something again another time. I'll continue iterating on it. How about that?
Sure. So now that we put all those explorers in the wetlands, let's explore the wetlands.
Perfect. Well, there are 2 near the jungle. Oh, wait, there's 3. And they're odd-numbered wetlands, so I can't get them. Dang.
Well, I'm still doing the thing I wanted to do, which was kill
Yeah,
the city.
the important thing. So I'm defending D6, and so the jungles are all taken care of for next Ravage, so that's nice.
I could wash away in odd numbers. That's
Oh,
good.
that's
Can
true.
River's Bounty an even number, though?
Well, yeah, I can tune to the
I think
jungle,
we need
like...
Dahan and C4, so I'm just gonna make a party in D2.
Party in D2. I guess wash away is probably... Oh, wash away in... Oh, you don't have wash away. You were saying wash away, but...
I could do wash away in the next slow phase.
Right. At least D1 has disease, so it's not so bad.
Yep.
So I guess the only tuner of the jungle I can actually hit is C2, so I'll do that. Dang you, Stip. Who decided this? And Teeth Gleam can go into an odd number, and I think it's going to be adding a beast probably into C5, which now doesn't have Blight thanks to the event. Because D3, like, is coastal. You're going to... Unless you need help there, I think you probably got it taken care of, so...
There's something I can do there. I think just my massive flooding plus wash away will
Right.
solve the D land, D board.
All right, so Teeth Gleam is going to, yeah, add Beasts and Fear to C5. I can come in there with maybe not damage this turn, maybe next turn damage. I'm going to gain a 3rd power card here, I guess.
Growth through sacrifice.
Ooh. But it may only be used. Oh no, is it target a spirit, or is it target a land?
Target's a spirit,
Right.
and
So-
then the target spirit chooses to either remove a blight from one of their lands or add a presence to one of their lands.
So we don't have to worry about
So-
the land restriction on that.
That just bypasses that all, yeah. That's funny.
All right, I've got D6 defended, so I'm just gonna gain some other power card, I guess, and play Gift of Power and those 2 cards. I could get a major power. I'll have 5 energy.
I will cheat and play. Oh no, I can't play that this turn because I have to play wash away.
I could do a major.
Flash Floods doesn't do anything because I can't target a land with
maybe I
things.
don't do a major. I want to keep my
It's these 2.
cards.
I'll give you energy with Boon, so
Sure.
you can get a major next turn if you want.
Yeah, and I'm getting something now that I can forget, or I'll just forget Drift Down. I just want Drift Down for this turn, basically. None of these cards. Well, Swarming Wasps adds Beasts. That's pretty good. Pushes 2 Explorers, actually. Not bad at all. I click it. And it's free. Add a presence. That's going to be the 3 card plays one. I don't have the damage innate this turn. But I can prepare to use it next turn in C5. I think that's the idea. So let's get in there. Oh, I can't put beasts from into C5 with Swarming Wasps. So I guess I'm putting them in with my presence. Click, click.
Why can't you get it in with swarming wasps?
Because swarming wasps is cost 0.
Oh, I was looking at the effects.
Yeah.
Confused. Okay.
The most important thing is our ridiculous stipulation.
Stips, man. The stips.
I think I'm not converting this go.
Here, have energy.
Woo! I have 8 energy. Seems fun.
I think you have enough energy to reclaim next turn.
Maybe. I don't know. And gain 2 majors and play them both. I can put a beastie in C2, which seems like a good idea. And I can ranging hunt to get more beasts in C5. Well, 1 more. Oh, actually, I can put 2, right? I can, because I can gather 1, push 2. Yeah, let's do that. Beast party. That should be enough.
All right.
Cultural assimilation. It's the one that does the thing. But there's literally... Oh, and this blight's caused the blight. Oh, wait, it doesn't. It doesn't. Because if we pick C4, the beast kills the town.
Do you want to lose that beast?
I mean, I'd rather than putting blight in C1, right?
And choose a land with 2 Dahan and 2 buildings. That's... Okay, none of those. Oh, no. D1. D1's blighting. Great. Each Dahan destroys towns. Cool.
Yeah. That's a fun, exciting thing happening.
That's interesting. Okay.
I like C4.
Okay.
I got lots of beast adding now,
So it's good that I didn't do Rivers Bounding in C4 then.
Right. Each beast deals 2 damage.
Oh. Also, this stops C5.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Choose for me is fine. Do I have a slow... Do we have any slow damage? I guess you do. Would you want to kill the city in C2? Or do you have a plan for it?
My plan was to deal with the board D stuff, but killing the city is probably fine too. I mean... They're not building in D1. So I could do Wash Away in D3, and then next turn do Flash Floods in D1. And kill the survivors so they don't blight D1. Yeah, so I can do Massive Flooding in C2.
Alright, I will tick the city. Well, we have to vote, I guess. Even though I'm the Beastmaster. And they do 6 damage in C5. And now the last part. Blight, oh no! Oh, a fear card. Did we just get that fear card? We might have had it before.
I think we did. Because we got 3 fear from that event.
Hmm.
The events have been helping us with builds so far. Pretty nice.
So I was just thinking, we were like, we got to play difficulty 0 with these stips. Meanwhile, Jorbs is like Ascension 20 with his stips.
Right.
We'll get there.
But unlike Jorbs, we're not experts in these games.
Also, no one has paid us $20 to do this.
Right.
Would you like a card so you don't have to... I mean, you don't have to reclaim, but I can give you a card because I'm reclaiming anyways.
Where do you want... Sorry, I killed the city in C2, but I don't think that showed because I haven't finished this action. Where would you like this town to be? Is that going to affect any of your stuff?
I would just leave him where he is.
Okay. If you give me a power, then I don't have to do my option 3 growth to gain a power card so I can play 4 cards next turn?
Yep. I'm going to give it to you.
Okay.
Though even though you are the spirit at index 1.
Steam Vents is here.
Finally. That's why I had so
And
much trouble last game.
Entrancing
We didn't get steam
Apparitions
bins.
is here, which is interesting. I can't target. Oh no, it's odd. I could target D1 with it, and then those explorers die to the Ravage, and they don't build.
If you have a sun card, you could get the threshold on growth.
I
mean,
do,
you-
but they're not with my waters.
You normally
But-
have sun cards all up the yin yang anyway, so it's not a big deal. It's just one turn with it.
Right. I haven't washed away yet, right? I have just been waiting for you. Yeah, so I still have to deal with D3. I can't flash floods D3. Was I think I was flash flooding D1?
You were, and that's
That's
illegal.
Illegal. Objection. All right, I
Illegal
flash flood
procedure.
C2 then. I will flash flood C2.
I can probably murder D3 if we need. I was going to murder C5, and now there's no one there.
I'm gonna take Entrancing Apparitions because it helps with D1. And then I can reclaim a sun card next turn.
Also, I'm getting probably 2 major powers, so we might just win next turn, depending on the costs of the major powers and whether I can use them on the right lands.
Are you trying to? You might murder D3 pending the cards you choose.
Yeah. Well, I certainly
to be
can,
safe,
right?
I could still wash away them.
Yeah, because you're gonna. Yeah, I think washing away makes. I can't murder like a lot because I don't have a lot of beasts around, but I could do at least 1 damage in there if you leave 2 guys. So, and probably with a major,
I
I'll get to do
almost
more.
just did River's Bounty in C5, but that's illegal.
Oh, yeah, we'd have to restart the game. It's got to
I'll
be
just do
D2,
it.
or I guess
Just do it in D2.
C4
Like
if you want.
C4, but meh.
Dahan party in D2.
Let's just
We're
do the
ready
Dahan
for-
party so that Bodan has a place to take a major.
You need the call to, but that costs 1, right? You can't use it in D2.
Right.
All right, I'm
Actually-
reclaiming.
I saw Call to Bloodshed.
Yeah.
Oh, Call to Dahan Ways you're thinking of.
No, I think it called bloodshed because that'd be 5 damage with call to bloodshed right now. Major power.
Yes, I don't.
Pent up calamity. Man, if I want to do a murder, I could instruments of their own ruin, but that's the wrong. It's the wrong. Actually, pent up calamity in D3 is pretty dang good. Strife 1 explore, disease, and then there you go. Or I could
have a means of dealing with D3 otherwise.
Yeah, I'll deal with D3. Pent up calamity. Actually, I could just do the 3 damage by converting the beast there. So that seems perfect. And I can maybe even get the threshold to put the beast back.
All right, I created a wall.
And you're making the invaders pay for it. I must forget a card. It's going to be Drift Down into Slumber. And I could gain another power card. Or I could reclaim 1. Can I get the threshold on this? I don't have another... Oh, I can. Yeah. Because I can play Prey on the Builders and then something with fire. So do I go for another major power? I don't know that I need to. It's more for funsies. Funsies. I'm going to get into the fun party of D2. Seems like a good place to be. And actually, if I get a plant, I probably get my damage. That and that and that gets pent up calamity. Cool. Praying the builders somewhere that they're not actually gonna do anything. I don't know. I'm just clicking on things. Convert a beast right in here. Cool.
I had a lot of fun with Pent Up Calamity when I was playing. I think it was. Yeah, I know one of them was Vital Strength because I got the repeat on it, but I also had the threshold on Pent Up Calamity. And so what I did was, the first play I placed a disease and a strife, and the second play I removed the disease and a strife, and I dealt 6 damage
And put them
2
back.
fear. I put them back, and I. Oh, I guess. Oh, right. Because with the threshold, the first action also places 2 additional strife because I did not remove tokens. So a disease and 3 strife.
Oh,
Then I
right.
remove them and do 12 damage, 4 fear, and then I put 2 of them back.
Now
So,
combine that also with the disease tower from the other week.
Yeah. All right, flash floods. I feel like I mean, if I do it in C2, they don't explore C4, but C5's already like played, so that just stops C4 unless they're building in D3, which you're probably dealing with.
D3,
So
I'm pent up calamitying right now.
So I could take out D2, and then that stops visibility to D4. Which is like better or worse? I don't know. Transient apparitions here. There's also a growth through sacrifice with threshold, and the only spirit in a land with blight is me. So, do you want that presence really badly?
Sorry, where you what?
For growth through sacrifice, I mean.
Not super badly. I can stop them. They're not building in D1 because of the ravage. I mean, they could get damage boost, but I don't. They could actually get enough damage boost to kill you. But
Yeah, I could. Well,
I don't think
I'll
it's a
just
big
put
deal.
a second presence there. So.
Well, sure, we've had first presence, but what about second presence? I could ranging hunt down there, but I could also
Get me that easily.
just kill the guy in C2. We could take our chances on D1, that's fine. May as well give them something. Give the invaders a chance. They are... Oh, now that turned red. You're doing something. Oh, you're growing through sacrifice, that's why.
I had some internet hiccup.
Uh-oh. Seems fine.
It said I disconnected, but now I'm back.
Okay.
I don't think you heard me because also Discord was red.
Ah. Well, I see what you did in D1, so I think we're okay.
Yep. So
Then,
where should I flash floods? Do you have any preference? They have a disease in C2, so I guess D2?
That's where I'm going. I don't have anywhere else to ranging hunt. Everyone's dead.
Oh, I'll kill I'll kill C2 then. How about that? Kill D6, I guess. No, I don't have range. Oh, I can't. I'm red in C2. Are you killing C2? I don't know what you're doing.
I'm not. I killed C2. C2 is. I mean, it's happening. I'm in the middle of it.
Okay. That's why it was red. Okay, so I'll just kill D2 then.
Yeah, if it wasn't for, if it wasn't for that town in the back, and we don't have enough fear, we would have won.
I could massive flooding the town though. But we still need the fear.
Yeah, we still don't have enough fear. So I'm gonna just make
difficulty
beast.
0 is too easy. Damn.
Make a beast in here. And prey on the builders. Doesn't really do anything except move a beast, which I guess has some value. But I don't want to do that, so I'm just not going to use it. It doesn't do anything. I guess maybe there's a build because of, an event. So I will use it on C3 and not gather a beast.
All right. Inland land replace.
They do not ravage. Well, yeah, so they're not actually blighting D1. That's good. Oh, yeah. Well, it doesn't hit board C because there's no there's no invaders at all. If we put it into C6, we can push him if we wanted to with the drive off the interlopers.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that. At least it's in range. It's easier for us to get him because he's with me. So that's where I vote. And I could just frenzied assault him actually. And now we're pushing one explorer or town from a land with Dahan. Well, I guess we can get that guy out of... We can send this town into D1 and then an explorer out of D1.
Yeah.
And they die? That seems good.
I like it. All right, so I'm going to push the town out of D6.
As you wish. It's your presence. Hey, we had this last time. That might happen. No town. Oh, there's one town. There won't be a town in the slow phase. Coastal lands. So they don't explore the Dahan party. D2 or D1.
Actually, slightly unfortunate because D1 would have been taken care of.
And I can kill the last town, but we still don't win. He's really not doing anything, so I may as well frenzied assault somewhere where it stops a build then. I guess if you have a pushing, you just have a killing. So actually, if you wanted to massive flooding D2 and push him into D3, I can then kill him.
Okay.
That seems as good as anything else. And it's innate, so I can do it anywhere I want. Dawn party. We're going to get so many Dahan points. All right. I used all my fast powers last turn, and so this is the turn of slow powers, I guess.
I guess.
Could take another major power. Oh, I could reclaim Pent-Up Calamity. That seems good, too.
Question is, do I gain a major? I have energy, but I also don't have a volume of cards.
Can we kill all the invaders? We're pretty
Just
close
go
to
for
it.
Terra level 1 victory.
We're pretty close to it, because you can Flash Floods D8.
Yep.
You can Entrancing Apparitions guys into a place where I can murder them all with Pent-Up Calamity.
Actually,
Yeah.
Entrancing Apparitions into C5 stops 2 builds. And
Well,
also kills 2 explorers.
Oh, it has to be no invaders present, right.
Yeah, that's the problem. But then we just have C3 and D6 left.
Yeah, and I can kill them with my fast attack. I mean, with Pent-Up Calamity, also Swarming Wasps, actually. I can't... Well, I could reclaim all. If land has beasts, push up to 2 explorers. But C5 doesn't see both. Yeah. There's probably a way to do it. I don't know if it's worth the trouble. Squism asks, where's the best spot to follow in order to hear updates on the launch of multiplayer? Yep, here's good because we're previewing it on Twitch, but also follow our Twitter and Facebook socials at Handelabra, where we'll be announcing things like when it's going into public beta and things like that. So social media is probably the best place. We also have a Discord channel, which I think you can find all that stuff on the Twitch page if you're on there. I don't know. Kill everything. Just kill everything. Are you killing everything? Oh, you have Call to Isolation too. That also kills a guy. Or it pushes a guy.
Yeah, I don't have range to D6 though,
Right.
which is the main one.
Oh, right. And I can only use Pent Up Calamity in a odd numbered land. Hilarious. I mean,
Well, actually, with Pent Up Calamity, can't you just Ranging Hunt into C6, and then Beasts back into C3, and then Pent Up Calamity C3?
you mean D6? Yeah. Yeah, I can kill. Yeah. Between those two, I
'Cause
can kill them. That's true.
I'll kill
Okay.
D8 with Flash Floods, and I will Entrancing Apparitions C1 and C2 into C5, and they die in the Ravage, pending the event.
Right. All right. Let's go to Reclaim 1 and just gain energy. I don't want to really pick another power card. Pent Up Calamity and the things that have the elements that I need, which is that's it. The end. That's it. That's the end.
The end.
Cool.
All right, I'm done.
I don't even need to gather. But why not more beasts?
No gather, only push.
So there's no invaders on your board. There's going to be 2 guys who get killed in the Ravage, pending the event. I'll remove 2. Oh, I didn't get the threshold. I guess I didn't need. I removed too many beasts. I forgot. I didn't get the threshold. Oh well. My beasts.
Whoops. Each city does +2
Oh, no.
damage. Oh no.
Add disease. Ignore disease. I just clicked somewhere. Fear. Oh, we almost got too many fear cards. That would have been.
Victory. There are no invaders on the island.
Yay! Terror level 1 victory. Pretty rare. Doesn't happen a lot. But it does happen. It is, of course, possible, as you see.
And we did it with our power restriction.
That's right, with our stip. I feel like we could do a harder game maybe another day. With that
But not
stipulation.
right now.
Cool. 31 points. Do we get
Now for our next game, we can only use powers that share a word.
Do we only add 3 to Han over the course of the game? I guess so. 3 plays of River's Bounty.
They turned the Dahan into a town.
Oh, right. They converted one. Right. So they stole one from you.
Yeah.
So yeah, difficulty 15 or whatever with the stip.
I mean, it very easily could have been a lot worse, but
Yeah.
maybe it's not as hard as we imagined. Because basically, like, our powers are half as effective, I guess.
Yeah, that's
But-
kind of effectively it.
But really, like, we can still make them work if we push explorers and towns and whatnot into the lands to make them work.
Yeah.
So it's probably more like 75% effective. I mean, it's like a scenario. This scenario is notably easier for spirits that can easily push explorers and towns.
Well, we purposely took spirits that take a lot of powers so we'd have more coverage.
Yeah.
As well. So I imagine if you're playing like Bringer, who's typically only playing 2 cards, you're going to have a much harder time.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you want to play any more? I don't know if I want to play any more today. I feel like I want to get something to eat. So,
No, I'm good.
All right. How do you feel about early Spirit Island Saturday?
It's nice because the sun's still out. I get to do my evening walk unabated, and
Nice.
I can
Yeah.
even consider doing my own personal stream still.
Yeah, I think we will continue with the early time slot for a little bit. Hopefully, you have enjoyed it, the viewers. We actually have Peasant watching, which would not normally be able to happen. Yeah. So yeah, so we'll continue the early time next week, and seems likely we'll continue it because, I mean, the only reason, probably one of the reasons we don't do earlier streams during the week is because, you know, we are working, and a lot of our audience is also working. So Tiziel missed a little bit of the start instead of missing the end. There you go. The most important part is the end, where you can see how many points we got. So very good. So yeah, we'll continue on with the new time slot next week and continue previewing multiplayer. Hey, guess what? Is this the first week that, not the first week, but like the first week since the first time? That,
The first week since the first week.
yeah. But that wasn't even Spirit on Saturday, right? That was Dolphins Dive.
It was, yeah.
So it was the first Spirit on Saturday where multiplayer like did not get hung up on us, and we were able to finish all the games. So
yeah. The only bug we ran into is not a non-multiplayer related bug.
oh, there's the voting glitch, but that was not a
True.
major issue.
Anyway,
But
it
yeah,
was not a game-ending bug.
the high
So as John
immigration
promised,
bug.
the first time we get through Spirit Island Saturdays without a bug is when multiplayer is ready to be released. So you can look forward to that. I'm kidding.
Yeah, there's still more features to implement in multiplayer, like undo, and we're going to be adding like planning indicators. So especially if you don't have voice chat, to be able to put a marker that's like, I've got this land covered, or I need help in this land, things like that. And a little more of being able to see what other people are doing, like what powers are being used, and various visual polish and stuff. So still more to do, but it's coming along. Yeah, and the planning markers are something we've been always wanting to do, but they're more important in multiplayer, I think, than single player. So that's why they've been put off a little bit. And in-game text chat as well. Yes, that is another feature that is on the list. So we will get there.
And for the future scenario that says spirits cannot communicate with each other, it will be disabled.
Yeah, actually, I was looking at that scenario that's in promo pack 2, and part of it is not being able to see what other people have in their hands. So yeah, we can like turn off planning indicators, turn off text chat, and things like that. So obviously you can, that's a scenario where like it's an honor system scenario, right? Where like you could of course be like, we're playing the scenario, and then just not do the scenario. So, you know, but
Right.
with co-op games, people tend to be more into actually doing what it says. So instead of trying to win by getting every advantage. There is no specific plans for the expansions just yet, Promo Pack 2 or Jagged Earth, but they are, of course, both on our radar for things we would like to do in the future if we can. So right now, multiplayer is the focus, and but we'll see after that. Cool. Well, yeah, I think a walk sounds good, and a walk and a snack, and maybe Dolphin will do some streaming of, I don't know, what you thinking of streaming? Slay the Spire?
Island. No.
Spirit Island, Saturday Part 2.
I'm not sure if I'll stream or not. It's kind of weird. Like, what I've recently been doing is, of course, Slay the Spire, and I've been working with the Downfall mod, but I don't know. Maybe I will not stream.
No pressure.
The
whatsoever.
only real thing I have, like, for streaming these days is Slay the Spire. I was doing Ocarina of Time Randomizer for months, but a month ago I just kind of fell out of it and decided I didn't want to do it anymore. But I'm also the type that has no idea what to do to replace it, and instead of figuring it out, I just wallow in procrastination and never actually find a replacement. So I'm like in a weird place right now.
That's all right. Yeah, it can be tricky, especially because like it should be fun for you, right? Like, it
Yeah.
shouldn't be something that you feel like you have to do or something. So,
Yeah.
um,
So on a related note, I'm gonna be leaving Spirit Island Saturdays because it's not fun anymore.
get out of here.
That's fun.
Oh yeah, we could also mention Sentinels of the Multiverse Steam Workshop. We have announced on our Twitter, but it is finally coming out for real, officially for real on Tuesday, with more than 100 decks already going to be available from the awesome community developers and mod makers. So check that out on Tuesday. We'll be, I'm sure, if Seamus is going to stream on Monday, I'm sure he'll be doing more mod stuff, and we'll have some mod stuff showing off on Tuesday on Handelabra Live. Maybe I should see if any mod makers want to come onto the stream. That's a good
That'd
idea.
be fun.
I just had it just now. Or like in Ted Lasso, it's like, oh, it seems like I have great ideas on the spontaneous, but actually I've been thinking about them for months and just waiting for the right time to say them.
I'm like basically the exact same way. I
You-
just pretend like they're spontaneous, but it's more like I haven't found a socially appropriate place to bring up this.
Yeah. Have you watched Ted Lasso?
No.
I highly recommend it. It's a very good show. It's like a refreshingly honest and nice show that's like, I don't know. It's also like heart-wrenching sometimes, but it's like it's less, I don't know, jaded and negative as so many shows these days. So I like it. Peasant would like to know if we will have Seamus for future Spirit Island Saturdays. Yeah, Seamus hasn't been feeling well, so he did pop on a bit today, but hopefully we will have him back on the regular. But that's pending the event. So yeah, he will be here if he can make it. So, and yeah, part of the time change is also to help make it easier for Seamus to join, as well as any other European guests. I guess sorry to anyone in Asia who we made it harder to watch or easier to watch. I don't know. It's hard around the world.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Australia is still asleep right now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when I was in Australia, the 7 Eastern was like get up at 6 a.m. to stream kind of thing. So I highly doubt we would have many people watching anyways that early in the morning. So whether it's in the middle of the night or at the crack of dawn probably doesn't make a huge difference for Australia. So
Yeah.
probably more people who were in the, in like India or other parts of Asia might have been affected more. But I guess there's also, it's like the Pacific doesn't have a ton of people, so that's all right. But we still, you're in the Pacific
Yeah.
and you're watching
People who do
on YouTube.
People in the Pacific don't matter, right? I mean,
Hey,
they
we love
matter,
Hawaiians and we love Polynesians and everyone. So
but- Yep. Nah. Just kidding, of course.
yeah, I remember when we were in Australia, in one of the places I had to go like into the laundry room because it was so early and it was just like a studio place. I would wake up Brittany if I was like sitting next to her streaming and talking, so like I had to like go into a little closet to stream. It was funny. I had my computer on like the washing machine.
Oh my gosh. The good old days.
Yeah, the good old days, traveling and
The
streaming.
pre-pandemic days.
Oh yes, yeah. Anyways, we're rambling now, so let's get on that walk that we talked about, and we will see you all next time on Spirit Island Saturday afternoon. I won't say good night. I'll say good evening. Bye-bye.
Good morning, afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Exactly. Bye.